And we're back.
And hello.
After those ads and commercials, we're back. It was a long 7-day commercial.
It was. I've been asleep for most of it. It's fine.
We've been something. Hi, I'm Philip.
I'm Tommy.
Welcome to RCX Unfiltered. We have the lovely Tess behind the camera, as always, with thousands of bracelets on her arms. That
Tess, always remember, no matter what they say, you have so much more to offer than
The beauty, yeah, I know.
do you?
She has bracelets to offer.
I have bracelets to offer.
She could trade them.
What? Goodbye, Gregory.
Goodbye, Gregory.
But if you can use your beauty, stick with it.
Oh, 100%.
I mean, that's what I do.
Trust me. If I can pull it off.
Yep.
That's true.
But unfortunately, I do not. I am stuck with me.
Same.
So
I'm also stuck with him.
exactly. Hi, Rachel. So yeah.
Hello.
Yeah. We understand you have lots of things going for you. Stick with the beauty
Stick
part.
with the beauty
Yep.
part.
Yep.
It will serve
take
you.
Further
It will
furthest.
take you way further. Yes.
If I just used it when I was young and pretty.
Exactly.
Thank you. Thank you, wise old man.
One,
Yes, I should use my beauty.
one of the cosplay ladies that I follow on Instagram, someone basically came at her with like, well, all you have is your looks, and she went, "Oh no, however I survive on my looks." Away. It was pretty funny. Like she just destroyed them. I'm like, oh my
I love
god,
that.
yeah. I can't remember exactly how it was, but I'm like, oh, that's funny.
That's
Mhm.
awesome.
Like, yeah, she just went, "Oh no."
How sad.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. She's probably raking in 40 grand a month. Just saying.
Wow. I love it.
One day when I grow up, I'm going to do that too. I'm going to be a cosplay girl.
Cosplay girl.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome.
Well, the wigs will work for you.
That'll be real easy.
Yep. You sure will.
Wow, I've laughed so hard my face matches my chair.
Oh my god. That is so funny.
It is pretty funny, actually. Yeah, I'll drink
Wow.
some water here.
That's beautiful.
Sorry. All right, there we go. Phew. So tonight is all about books and books
And
and books.
free comic book day, which is Saturday.
Saturday. Man.
I'm totally prepared.
We all are.
Yes.
I'm prepared.
He's prepared. He's fully prepared to show up.
Hey, I'll be here Friday night to help do things. I think.
I should have all that taken care of by the time you get here on Friday, but it's
You have
fine.
my racks and stuff up too?
I could. Maybe.
Sure.
I don't know.
All right.
We'll see.
Yeah, all I gotta do is do books. Then
Fridays are deep cleaning day.
Mhm.
We will be cleaning the store a lot.
And when he means we, he means everyone but me.
He means me and Tom.
Yeah, I'm mostly talking about me and Tess.
Yeah.
We will be the ones here on
We will be the
Friday.
ones here for
Like,
Friday
yes.
cleaning.
We will be cleaning. Yes.
The weather be fine, Bill. It's gonna be fine. Everyone's gonna be undercover. It's
Yeah.
fine.
It'll be awesome.
Can't be as well, I probably shouldn't say this, but that time we had the 30-mile-an-hour wind blowing through
Oh
there.
man, that was rough. Yeah.
That was awful.
Because it like turned into a wind tunnel out there.
Ooh,
Yeah. it was
Yeah,
bad.
you missed that day.
Yeah, that was
that was before
That
my
was
time.
that was Richmond Comics pre-test.
Yeah.
yeah.
Most of Richmond Comics was pre-test.
That was not long pre-test though.
Yeah, that was
I think you showed up the next year.
yeah. Yeah, that was when we had it in the fall, right?
Yeah.
Was that
Yes.
pandemic free comic book day?
I think it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah, it was in like October or something.
Yeah.
I can't remember, but it was
Yeah, it was awful.
really windy that day.
Yeah, it was
I hate that.
Yeah. It was wild because a couple people were like, "Can we just come inside? I'm
Aw,
really cold." And we were like, "Yes, come in."
please.
Yes, it was an adventure.
Indeed.
So
Was that the same year we didn't have a sidewalk, or was that a different year?
no, that was
That
a
was
different
last
year.
year.
Last
That was
year was
last
when we
year.
didn't have a sidewalk.
Okay, yeah.
That was a whole nother debacle.
Man.
But hey, we made
This
that
year
one
we have
work.
a
This
sidewalk.
week
Yep.
actually we have a functioning sidewalk this year.
Yep.
It made me so mad. And I had to haul rock.
Yeah, it's true. We did. Yeah.
We're going to tear up your sidewalk. It'll be done in 3 days. And 3 months later,
Mhm.
you have a sidewalk. Well, thank you.
Mhm.
But yes, we do have a functioning sidewalk.
Mhm.
And the only people inside this year will be the cupcake people.
Yeah.
Because their cupcakes can't melt.
Mhm.
I'll be
Yes,
inside as well.
I am
'cause-
still complaining about the sidewalk. It's a year later. I'm still complaining about the sidewalk.
Yes, we
You
will
can't
complain
just
about
steal
it
someone's
forever.
sidewalk.
Forever.
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah. And it wouldn't have been so bad if they had like leveled it out
Right.
even before they poured the concrete. But no, it was a mess.
But I
And-
did complain enough to where we did get the guys to come back and level it out, though.
Yeah, that's true.
That night before.
Yeah.
Like, y'all better come fix this.
Yeah.
But they broke a door.
They did.
Like, they set off the
Mhm.
alarm. Yeah, I'm petty and bitter. All right.
Mhm.
It's just,
And you're allowed.
it's just
You are
call it what
allowed
it
to be
is,
petty
right?
and bitter.
Yeah.
That is a perfect reason. My God.
Oh, yeah. It did. Like, there was like a 4 a.m. when my phone went off because the alarm company was calling, and I raced out here really fast, and it was nothing. Nothing was happening.
Yeah. I had to end up paying Chesterfield County like tons of money because they set off our alarm so many times.
Yeah.
You get like 2 passes with the county, and I couldn't get them to pay for anything, of course.
Yeah.
Like, what? So I'm supposed to turn off my alarm because y'all are working?
Wow.
Yep.
Come on, man.
That is so
Hey, Megan.
Oh, hi.
Grumpy old man. Yes.
Yeah.
That's the point, actually. Title of the show, you know?
I am.
Exactly like that.
See, the problem is, it's all my fault. This is all my fault because I just expect things to work.
Mm,
That's it. Someone tells me they're going to do something in 4 days. I just expect it to work, and then
Yeah.
I get irritated.
just
But it's my own fault because I should have known that. Yeah, they're not going to do that in
Just
4 days.
tell
You're
me the
secretly
truth.
a little bit of an optimist. I
Kind
would
maybe,
say.
yeah.
Just
I
tell
would
me the
say.
truth.
Yeah.
Just be like, we're gonna get it done. We don't know how fast.
Yeah.
Cool. I won't be mad then.
You are probably correct because I do get way more disappointed more often than I should.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I know it's not going to happen, but it's like
You can
you
still
told me something. I just assumed you were going to do it.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all I want. That's it. I just want the little things in life.
Exactly.
That seems like a bad idea. Let's try that. There. That seems like a better idea.
Mm.
Mm.
Uh,
Oh dear.
So anyway, Saturday is gonna be super fun.
I am not a pessimist. I have never been a pessimist.
You're a
You can
realist.
call me a realist.
Yep.
I will go down as a realist, but
Mhm.
no, I am not pessimistic at all. Like
Yeah, I would agree with
yeah,
that.
me just assuming knowing how something's going to go down and then it goes down that way is not
Yeah.
is not a pessimist.
Like,
I'm
if you
pretty
could just
sure.
be wrong sometimes,
Yeah, it
that would be
happens,
helpful.
But
Yeah.
yeah, that would be great.
Mhm.
I know one time it took 10 years here for me to be wrong, but to be
right?
to be right.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
But as soon as it happened,
Yep.
Frank came over to me.
Yep.
As soon as it happened,
Mhm.
I
thought
will
was
say-
wrong. He thought I was wrong, but it
Every
took-
time Philip has said to me, I don't like that guy. Like sometimes it takes
it takes a while.
a while, but eventually it's like, oh, you were right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that guy was like 10 years.
That was-
right?
It was 10 years.
Yeah.
It took 10 years.
Yeah.
Wow.
I told Frank, I'm like, yeah, you don't want to go there.
Mhm.
Frank was like, no. I'm like,
No,
"All
he's
right,
fine. He's fine.
And
It's
it,
all fine.
it did. It took 10 years. But then he showed his color and after 10 years. And it
Mhm.
boy, when it went south, it went south.
Wow.
Just saying.
Just saying. Oh my God.
It's hard being right a lot.
It is.
It's also hard being wrong all the time. Trust
Yeah.
me.
That too.
I'm like, no, it's fine. And Philip's like, no, it's not. And I'm like, no, it is. It
It
wasn't.
wasn't. It hardly ever is.
No, it wasn't.
We're trying our hardest.
I am. I'm like, no, it'll be fine. He's like, no.
One of my favorite lines in the Red Rising series is done by the character called Mustang, and she's like my favorite character in the book.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, "What's the point in being right all the time if no one listens?"
Wow.
And I'm like, "Boy, I felt that."
I just really want people to be better than they are.
So true.
And that's like usually when we disagree, that's what it is. I'm like, no, it's
They can
fine.
grow. I can fix him.
That's what he says.
But Daddy, I love him.
I can fix him.
Yeah. And that is usually we disagree, and Philip's just like, okay, go on.
Yeah, you go with that plan. Yeah,
And then at some point I'm like,
you just keep going with that
Yeah.
plan. Let's
Yeah.
do that.
I love that so much.
I don't.
I know you don't. I know you don't, but I'm the same way.
But I will say, after the better part of 20 years, I'm more apt to be like, oh, okay, and just follow through with whatever he says now.
Mhm.
It took a
Sometimes.
long time. Yeah, sometimes I'm still like, no, it's fine.
Yeah.
Which is why we work really well. Yeah, I need the balance. Because sometimes it's like, hey, maybe this time I'll be wrong.
Wow. Oh my god.
It hasn't happened yet.
We're waiting for the day.
Doesn't mean I don't screw up stuff. That's a whole different
That's a
conversation.
whole other
Oh,
thing.
Well,
different.
that's just being a human.
I one time bought a comic shop.
You fool.
I'm just saying. I'm not saying bad decisions haven't been made in my life. I'm just
What?
but
Oh my god. Wow.
just saying.
Oh my god.
Hired Tess.
Yeah. What was that about? That was Jacqueline.
Tommy deleted the email, so it's Jack.
I was like, we're not hiring. Bloop.
Uh,
Jacqueline was like, actually.
Actually, yeah,
Maybe her.
Jacqueline. Actually, us.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
I love that.
I believe you are. All right. All right.
Cool.
Sure.
Sure.
What do I know?
Oh my god.
Oh, we finally made one good hire.
Yeah. He's not counting me in that either. It's fine.
I didn't hire you.
That's true. You didn't. I
was stuck with you.
just hung out so much and suddenly I started getting paid. I was just here all the time. And then it was like, here's your paycheck. And I was like, oh, cool. I work here now.
Wow. I love that.
Actually, the best is like the first some amount of time I worked here, I didn't actually get paid with dollars. And I only worked Wednesdays.
It was
but
Deutschmarks.
but I got paid in Monopoly money. And I only worked Wednesdays, but I was always here on Fridays with the gaming and stuff. And I always helped out when I was here. And then one Friday night, I went to like the first Friday's art walk in the city. And I got a call from Frank, and he was like, "Where are you?" And I was like, "I'm at this art gallery." And he's like, "Why aren't you here?" And I was like, "Frank, I don't work on Fridays. I only work Wednesdays." He was like, "Oh, right, sorry." And so the next week, I started getting paid and worked on Fridays.
I love that. It's the best.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I worked here from '93, and I never got paid either. I still haven't gotten paid.
I was like, you're just.
So I've been doing this since '93, and I've yet to get paid.
It's like if Uncle Scrooge's money pit had negative coins in it. That is Philip.
But I did. This was a similar story. So I stopped in on a Saturday at some point, and then like Frank was like got really upset, and he was like being his grumpy self, and he started fussing at me, and I went, whoa. I said, we need to tone that down, or I don't have to be in here at all. He apologized and never raised his voice at me.
Yeah.
I love it.
I did not have that experience with Frank. I had he retired and moved to Norfolk when the housing market crashed, and then we yelled at each other on the phone for 6 months every day. It was not fun.
No, that sounds awful.
So I don't know if I ever told you, but you know what my favorite part of that time was?
Oh God, what?
Is after y'all would get through yelling, I would have to hear about it.
From both ends, probably.
No, just mostly
No,
Frank.
just from Frank.
Yeah, Frank would just call.
Like when Frank and I yelled at each other, I never talked about it to anybody.
Yeah.
It was
Frank
just,
would call me like
Yeah.
right after.
Wow.
All
All
right.
Fine. He hurt my feelings.
You need to go up there and talk to him. Okay. All right.
Oh my god.
All right.
Okay.
Good luck with you remembering
yeah,
because I'm at work.
it was a rough time because like nobody was buying comics.
Yeah.
It was bad. It was real bad.
All right. So, we'll shift gears to books this week. We need to get the free comic book day stuff.
Yep.
And somehow we've already wasted 15 minutes.
Oh. Whoops.
Oh my god.
First, we're going to talk about Blood Hunt.
There's
number
vampires.
1. Ooh, it's a vampire right there. Wait. Right here. Shoo.
Yeah, this is jumping out of Moon Knight and Blade.
Yeah, Jed's doing it, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Jed McKay's
McKay.
doing it.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
So if you've been reading Moon Knight, if you've mainly been reading Moon Knight, this is where this is coming out of. But it's Blade is a big part of it if you read that series. So.
Mhm.
And there's a red band version of this too. that's
Yes, there are
like-
two different versions of this book. One is polybagged and one is not.
This one's not polybag.
This one's not. But they showed us some interiors from the polybag version a few months ago. And it is, without question, the goriest book Marvel has ever produced. Like, even back when they were doing a lot of Max books,
which we'll get to in a minute.
we'll get to in a minute, there was never, like, people's intestines flying out and heads exploding and that sort of
See.
thing.
blood. All right.
So this is the non-polybag version is like the PG-13 version, and the polybagged is the red band or the R-rated version.
Arg.
Yeah, it's the pirate version. And I think it's got 4 extra pages, and then like a bunch of the pages in the book have been redrawn so that like the attacks and the vampires and stuff are way bloodier and way gorier.
Nice.
So if you're into horror or vampires or darkness
or Marvel.
or Marvel,
If you're just into comics, you should just come get
if
one.
you like the funny books,
You should all line up tomorrow morning to come get one. Next up,
speaking of Max,
Max is back.
yep,
And Get Fury, #1 by Garth Ennis. So he is returning back to the Max universe of the Punisher and Fury.
yep. This it says Get Fury, but it's a Punisher story. When Frank was in Vietnam, Fury and his team get kidnapped by the Viet Cong, and the U.S. government sends Frank after them. It's a little bit gory. It's a lot of bad words.
Well, it is Max.
A lot of bad words. Yeah.
Bad words.
The Max line is
Dirty Dirts.
for those of you who don't remember, in the mid 2000s, I guess 2005ish, I think.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
They started a Max line, which was Marvel's, like, they were like, oh, Vertigo's really popular, doing more mature stuff. We'll do that, but we'll keep it sort of in universe. Like, where Vertigo, they did a lot of like weird esoteric stuff.
Sorry, I just read Rachel's comment. Sorry. You see it now?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Well, now you have to read it out loud because people coming back and watching.
Grumble, grumble.
Rachel goes, all you missed was the Statler Waldorf portion of the evening. Sorry. All right, Max. And
All right.
there's an ad for Uncle Scrooge in the
I'm
Infinity
so
Dot.
excited for this.
So yes, that is an Alex Ross cover on the Uncle Scrooge comic coming.
And I will
Tomorrow.
say that we, for the last year or so, we have not really ordered a lot of variants. However, all of the Uncle Scrooge variants are amazing.
Yeah, they got everyone. Marvel
So,
pulling out everyone.
I think I ordered all of them. Some amount of all of them.
Yes, Brian. There's a lot of violence in the
It is a lot of violence. Like we got vampires, and then we got the Viet Cong,
and then we got Barbaric
and then we
number
got
one.
Barbaric.
A new Barbaric number one.
Yeah.
This one is Born in Blood.
So, for those of you who are not familiar with Barbaric, this is the 3rd or 4th miniseries, and then there's been a couple of one-shots. Basically, it's a barbarian who has been cursed, and part of his curse is whenever anyone asks for his help, if the cause is just, he has to say yes. And another part of his curse is that he has an axe.
A drunken axe.
Who gets drunk on blood and is super sarcastic. Like, it is...
And this is a mature book.
It is very mature. It definitely feels like D&D groups I've been a part of in my life.
I think this is his pick of the week.
I think it is too. It's super fun. This is a great jumping on point. The first 2 pages are a recap of everything that has happened. And it's done in a way where it's just the main character and the axe talking to each other. Because the axe got blackout drunk and doesn't remember what's happened so far. And so the barbarian guy's like, this and this and this happened. And the axe is like, I have no idea. What are you talking about? So it's really fun. It's very violent. If you enjoy fantasy of any kind, especially if you are a person that has ever played D&D with a bunch of degenerates, this is absolutely a phenomenal book. It's super fun.
I imagine Tommy's going to pick Barbaric.
Yeah,
Out of all the violent ones.
Yeah,
Fury
I
to
think,
Barbaric and
Barbaric is the most fun violent.
right. And like the big Marvel event is about vampires. So if you don't really like vampires,
now I will say there is a vampire in the Barbaric book. That was the 2nd miniseries where one of his friends gets turned into a vampire, and he helps him go seek out the head vampire to kill because that's the trope. You kill the head vampire, and then you're not a vampire anymore. But that didn't work. So he's still a vampire. But he's like the golden retriever of vampires. He's like, I killed the thing. Was I good? Was it good? I did good. Yeah, I did good. The book is so fun. So it's basically a barbarian, a vampire, a witch, and an axe that gets drunk on blood.
All right. So next up is the 2024 Harley Quinn annual, which is done by Erica Henderson. Which, if you're familiar with Squirrel Girl, she is writing and drawing this. Not Squirrel Girl. Squirrel Girl herself is not writing and drawing this book
that you know of.
Well, I mean, Erica at this point might as well be as much Squirrel Girl stuff as she's written and drawn. So anyway, she's doing this entire annual of Harley taking a cruise.
Harley goes on a cruise, and it's hilarious because at the beginning of it, like Ivy is there to see her off, and Harley's like, "Are you sure you don't want to come? I got like this fancy suite." And Ivy's like, I am not spending a week on a boat. Absolutely not.
Aww.
And then Ivy kisses Harley, and she's like, okay, now you're inoculated against all these diseases that you can catch on a cruise. It's really cute.
And I love Erica's art anyway.
It's super fun.
Because like she did Squirrel Girl forever.
That book was also a lot of fun.
So anyway, annuals this week. There's a Superman annual and a Nightwing annual too.
And this is the only one of the annuals I've had time to read so far.
And we don't have time to show everything.
And I will say that when you go on a cruise, there's usually like some sort of like an entertainment act. Sometimes it's a band. In this one, it's a magician. It's super fun. God, it's so dumb. I love it so much.
All right. So my pick of the week is actually Space Ghost #1. So this isn't your Space Ghost from the animated series. This isn't your Space Ghost from Coast to Coast.
Yeah. Although Brack is in this issue.
Yes, but this is I read the ash can of this back in February.
Yeah.
And it is phenomenal. Like I love this book. It is basically just going to be just a kick butt Space Ghost, and how he gets the twins is a whole nother thing.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah, it is. They are not playing around in this. They are not like doing your little Space Ghost is not your little kid.
Yeah, he's not the cartoon I remember watching. This is I don't want to say mature because it's not really mature. But it's just a little more serious.
He is way more serious. Yeah.
Yeah, and like this issue,
like he's not Batman type bad, but like he doesn't put up with crap, right? Like if you're doing something bad, especially the kids, he ain't putting up with it.
And I will say that Dynamite has really been killing it with all of their licensed stuff. Like Thundercats was great. All the Disney stuff has been great. This is right up there. The first issue is kind of like you jump in the middle.
Yeah, you jump in the middle, but it's
jump in the
still
middle,
set up.
and it's a lot of setup, but it's really well done.
Yeah.
There are 432,000 covers.
There are.
We only have about 6 of them.
Yeah. I think I
12
got
of
the
them.
Michael Cho cover.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like all of them are really cool.
Yeah. We got a lot of the incentives are just foil versions of the regular covers, and they're just really cool.
Yep, they are. And then next is Joe Kelly's return to Deadpool. So Deadpool and Wolverine #1.
And it's honestly Deadpool's dialogue. It's the best it's been in a long time.
Because Joe Kelly's right.
Joe Kelly. He really he
Joe
gets
Kelly is
Wolverine,
who
too.
Joe Kelly is who defined Deadpool.
Yeah.
Before Deadpool, he was just a character and no one cared. It was created, he was there, everyone was like, why? And we moved on until Joe Kelly got a hold of him.
Yeah, Joe Kelly definitely gave Deadpool all the personality. Before it was like, what if Spider-Man killed people and looked like Deathstroke? And then Joe Kelly was like, actually, I would like to give him a personality or 3.
Yeah. And if you ever really wonder where the yellow word balloons came from,
Joe Kelly. Yeah.
He started that.
So this book is clearly like, they're like, well, Wolverine and Deadpool, we're getting this movie in July?
Yeah, it is not a movie
But it
tie-in.
has nothing to do with that.
The movie is basically Old Man Logan meets Deadpool.
I will say Marvel did a good job of putting out 2 like high profile books the week of Free Comic Book Day
Yes.
with their Vampires in the Dark and then Deadpool Wolverine.
And I mean, which is really weird, right? Because normally we get tie-in stuff like 3 months after the movie and no one cares.
Yep.
So this time we're actually getting things ahead of that and the week of Free Comic Book Day.
Somebody figured out how to schedule. It's weird.
Unlike DC this week, who shipped absolutely nothing for Free
we
Comic
got
Book.
like 3 annuals. And the Superman.
How many years have we been doing Free Comic Book Day now? Like 20?
I think it started in 2001. So we're like 23 years into Free Comic Book Day, and they still don't know how to schedule it.
They still don't know how to schedule.
Space Ghost, I think, was for Dynamite. Space Ghost #1 was really good for this week.
Yeah, that was their that was their big book, and
then for Vault, Barbaric's been like one of Vault's biggest books.
Yes.
So for them to put out a new #1 for Free Comic Book Day, I
like
think
some people got to figure it out. Because the thing is, right, it's smart. We know everyone but DC. You should know that people are we would order up because we'll have more traffic on Free Comic Book Day and people look at new books.
Although I will say that this year, Free Comic Book Day falls on May the 4th, which is a Star Wars thing. And the only Star Wars book we got this week is a Phantom Menace special.
Sure.
Which I barely ordered. Yeah. Like I feel like they dropped the ball on that one a little bit.
Yeah, well, I mean, Marvel can't put out everything. Was it a Marvel book or a Dark Horse book?
Marvel.
Okay. And now the rest of the Free Comic Book Day books we're going to show. We started last week. Part 1 was last week.
So, man, there's a lot of books.
And I split it. So there's a lot of books.
A lot of books.
So, So once again, Free Comic Book Day is this Saturday. It is from 11 to 6. We will be closing at 6.
Because we'll be here somewhere between 8 and 8:30.
Right. We'll be here Friday night
late, and then
early
Saturday. And it's a long day. And so, like, by the time 6 o'clock rolls around on Free Comic Book Day, we all want to die. Just because we're tired.
Yes.
So it's a long day.
Yeah, we close an hour early so I can go get food.
Mm-hmm.
It's all about the food.
It is. All right.
So, anyway,
run through some fun
first
books.
up, we have Popeye, #1. Sure.
Yeah, we're getting a new Popeye book from Massive, I think. Is that the publisher that's doing Popeye? Is it Massive?
Yes, Massive.
Yeah, Massive.
It's a giant size preview.
Yep.
So anyway, actually the art looks cute, and they did like manga type stuff. So
it's done by an artist named Marcus Williams, who I'm a big fan of. He has a book that he self-published called Tuskegee Heirs that I like a lot.
Oh, that's who did that?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I follow him on all the social media, so he's been posting about this a lot lately.
Yeah, I'm awful with stuff like that
Yeah.
because I don't follow it like I used to.
Yeah.
So last time I went to a Comic-Con, I'd walk by someone's there. I'm like, hey, they did that. I could have bought that to get signed. I have no idea. Then you get
Blood Hunt.
Blood Hunt #1, which is not a preview.
No, I think this happens in between the pages.
Yes.
I haven't read it yet.
Yeah, so it's not. It's kind of a prequel in between the pages of that. So when you pick this up on Free Comic Book Day, it will not be what you get in there. And then there's an X-Men backstory.
So the Blade stuff, Blade and Dracula have been kind of like working together in the Blade book. And in the first issue of Blood Hunt, people are like, where's Dracula? And everybody's like, I don't know. Well, the Free Comic Book Day book, I believe, tells us where Dracula
Yeah,
is.
it kind of gets you going. And then you get your new X-Men setup here.
And that looks like Jubilee is the focus character in there.
Yep. So, and then it mentions everyone
I
that's coming out.
I haven't really read X-Men in a while, and I was like, oh, they're rebooting the X-Men like they always do every few years. But Gail Simone's writing Uncanny, so I have to read it.
Yep. And I think Gail. So this is Free Comic Book Day. I knew it. This is Gail's first X-Men writing.
Yep.
So the X-Men story in here is actually written by Gail. So that is her first X-Men story.
I'm so excited.
And then Dynamite is coming back out with, yes, you read that correctly, Johnny Quest.
Johnny West.
But we only really care about Bandit. The rest of the group can do whatever, but Bandit right there. Bandit.
Yeah, I assume this Johnny Quest book is going to be just as good as all the other Dynamite stuff.
I'm assuming.
Yeah.
They've been, like I said, all of them have been good so far. And then from take your pick. Is it Alien
It's
book?
Alien Books presents Valiant.
And they're presenting the Valiants.
Yeah.
And there you go. Hey.
It says Ninjak versus
Hey.
Roku.
Oh, they said, hey,
I don't know if this is the TV service or the Avatar.
Don't worry about it.
Before Aang. I don't know.
And then from IDW,
I like turtles.
Turtles. And we find out who is the Night Watcher. We already know who the Night Watcher is, but sure, we're gonna go this route.
I'm pretty sure it's Robert Englund. So this is Jason Aaron's first turtle stuff, right? Yeah,
correct.
This leads us into.
So
Jason Aaron's
this is basically going to kick off his run. I'm not sure he actually did. Is it the back story?
Well, we're getting the new, like, for those of you who remember the original run, the micro series, it was like each turtle got their own #1 and it was just a one shot. It looks like this is leading into a new bunch of one shots.
Yeah. Jason doesn't actually write anything in here, but this is kind of kicking it off. Yep. And then you get the one shots where they're kicking all that off. So
they're just kicking things.
Is there enough issues?
Tissues?
Is that tissues? Oh.
I have sleeves, so I mean, I don't know.
And then we get a new Archie horror book, The Cursed Library. So The Cursed Library is going to be a book coming out in a couple of months.
Nope.
No?
It was on FOC last week.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, it was. I skipped.
It's going to be out in like 4 weeks.
So this
3 or 4 weeks.
So this is a prequel to that book.
This is Archie's first event book.
Right.
They're really hyping it up.
Yeah. So I've read all of the horror stuff from Archie. Most of them have been like one shots and stuff. I enjoy it. Like it's really simple. Yeah. It's a lot of fun. Weird things happen, and like it's the kind of horror that I can get behind because it's just kind of stupid horror.
Yeah, it's Archie.
It's all I can handle. All I can handle is Archie horror. The horror. And then we have
Double Spiders,
Spider-Man, and then the Ultimate Universe.
Yep.
It's not a flip book, but it is 2 stories, right? So we get a Venom War prelude, and then we get.
I think Ultimate Spider-Man is the first.
This one isn't the. That's. Yeah, it's weird. Oh, it's the Amazing Spider-Man first, and then the Ultimates.
Okay.
And then the Venom War.
All right, so this
we
got
get 3 stories. Yeah. So we get a Peter Parker, which is Amazing Spider-Man Target Peter Parker, Forgotten Marvels, and then which is the Ultimates, and then the Venom. So that's what's in here.
There's a lot of stuff going
So
on.
this
in that
is
book.
your spider fix right here. Right here,
Spoders.
right there.
Spoderman. This is manga.
It's a manga.
Yep.
It's evidently now streaming on
Hulu.
Hulu.
Gannibal.
Cannibal. Yeah, I
It's
have
like-
no idea.
It's
what
like
it is.
cannibal, but with G.
Yeah. It is mature because it has a red label.
Indeed.
Red label, mature.
Not for children.
I can't read it.
Brooklyn cannot read that one. She's not
And
allowed.
then Boom is doing a Boombox 10th anniversary extravaganza, which is basically Lumberjanes.
But they've got Zawa on the
But they
cover,
got
which was
Zawa,
an
yeah.
amazing book.
But
I loved it.
and there is Zawa, Lumberjanes. Let's see what all in here.
Giant Days?
I think it
Is
should
that
be
what I
Giant
saw?
Day. Yeah, Lumberjanes, Giant Days, Zawa, and Midas.
Midas, I think, is a new book. That's
Yeah, I think
coming.
Midas is the new book that's coming
Yeah.
that's in here. So that everything else is just kind of a reprint
Mhm.
just to get you into it. But the 10th anniversary of Boombox is really the 10th anniversary of Lumberjanes.
Yeah.
And if you've never read Lumberjanes, you should read
You,
Lumberjanes.
need
should
to
do
read
that.
now.
Everyone should read Lumberjanes.
Yep.
Everybody. Hey,
Unico.
wow. Look, we get a Unico. So Unico is not something that's also new. Unico has been around.
This story is new.
The story is new, but the character has been around forever.
Since the 70s? I
Yeah,
think?
something like that. And it's
Yeah.
all ages. So it's basically this small, and I haven't read this, but I know what Unico is. So Unico is basically this small unicorn, but when things happen, she gets big.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So let's see
I'm
if I can
super
find
excited for the
yeah,
Unico book. It looks
this-
super cute.
yeah, the
We saw
so Unico is the whole premise of Unico is like you have like the not the gods, but like the moon gods or the moon goddesses, and one of them knew like they would be destroyed by Unico in the future, so she asked the other sister to go kill her,
Right.
but she did not.
it was like, oh my gosh, she's so cute. I can't.
Yeah, can't. And
It's
then
too
so
cute.
basically, I don't know if she actually grows large in here. It's probably not far enough along into the story.
Yeah,
This
I think,
is probably the beginning of
yeah. We saw a bunch of preview art for this back in February, and it was just the cutest.
Yeah, they do a whole quick little synopsis of probably all the Unico stuff. up
Oh,
front.
cool.
So yeah, it's
Yeah.
actually
I'm very
really
excited for that.
Yeah. Hey, Unico's first anime, exactly. Like Unico is not. These are all new stories, but they've been around forever. Like,
Megan's gonna spend the rest of the night talking about Unico.
well, good.
You're welcome, Brian.
Well, yeah, it's what you should be doing. Come on. And then we have a Snoopy Beagle Scout Adventure. I'm sure this is. Just,
I mean, it's Snoopy. It's
yeah.
Peanuts. It's adorable.
right. Yep, it's just a bunch of peanut strips. Ooh. And then we have a Monster High, which is a blue label.
Yeah, I remember when those dolls came out and people were like going crazy for them, but that's all I know.
But IDW evidently got the license for Monster High.
Yeah.
That art in it doesn't look bad.
Yeah, it's cute.
Yeah, that's cute.
Blue is the teen label.
Yes.
So interesting. Yeah, okay.
That tracks though.
So my guess is the comics are really for the people that got into the dolls when they came out in the early 2000s, I guess.
That's my assumption.
Yeah.
And then Dark Horse is doing
Heck,
Hellboy
boy.
and a Stranger Things. Is it?
The strangest things.
This might be a new story. Might be a new Heckboy story. Actually, both might be story. True.
Yeah, I think they're
Yeah,
both
actually, I
supposed
think
to
they're
be
both new stories. So that's pretty cool. You Heckboy. That is really cool. And then we have Spidey and his amazing friends,
They are amazing.
and they're adorable.
I've had a lot of little kids in here. Weirdly, a lot of little girls who are obsessed with this cartoon. who absolutely love it.
Gwen.
Yeah, it's so cute.
It's adorable.
It is adorable.
It's a Mechanical Hulk. And then we get our Marvel voices.
Not even sure what this is.
I'm not even. Yeah. They
Like-
use voices for everything, so it's probably a
Yeah.
little bit of everything.
All right,
in
so
here.
there's
Wait, so I think there's some reprint stuff in here, but then there's supposed to be one new story.
So the back cover is the Voices Pride,
Right.
and then the inside front cover was the communities, which is
There's a Bollywood dance party, which is new.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, Bollywood dance party is new, and then there's like little snippets from the other Pride books. Already.
Okay.
So there is one new Pride story, and then everything else is in there. Hey, there's a free comic book day Star Wars
It's
book.
a Star Wars.
Come on, they didn't fail here.
That's true. They didn't.
It's a free Star Wars book on May the 4th.
Wow.
Wow.
Spoiler alert.
Papa?
You can't just say that.
You can't just say that on a 50-year-old movie.
Spoilers.
And
There's
then,
two.
and then we get Young
We
Jedi.
get Young Jedi from Dark Horse.
Look how cute they are.
So Dark Horse is putting out their Star Wars book for May 4th, and so is Marvel.
Yep, we got a lot of Star
So
Wars.
you need to apologize
I will
about Star Wars
Never.
not being here. All right, it's fair. But you get another Plants vs. Zombies, which we always get a Plants vs. Zombies from Dark Horse.
not. Yeah.
I've never read a single Plant vs.
Me neither.
It's a game, right? Like, didn't
It
start
started
as a
out
game?
as like a mobile game, I think.
I think so.
I don't know.
I don't know.
It was like it came out around the same time as was Angry Birds, I think.
Sure.
I don't know.
So angry. Anyway, so that is all of our free comic book day books.
And look, we did it. We got 3 minutes left.
We do. We have 3 minutes left. So yep. So that is a lot. So we'll have everything kind of sorted by the mature, on all ages, and then the teen stuff. So
Yeah.
we always have that kind of split up. So you'll kind of eye level for the kids to be the all ages stuff. So we'll do that as always. And so green is for everyone, blue is for teen, red is mature. So there was a few mature.
Yeah, a
this
handful.
year. Yeah.
Not a ton, but a
Yeah,
handful.
not a lot. And then we will be doing some giveaways for at least the first 10 people.
At least, yeah.
I think that's what we're looking at currently. So you've heard that here first, because we haven't announced that anywhere. Because we didn't
Like a
really
month
know.
ago, we were like, "Are we giving stuff away?" And we were all like, "I don't know."
I
So
have no idea.
we've been digging stuff out and
Yeah,
finding
and,
some
and we're
stuff.
gonna be digging some more stuff out. So
Yeah.
we'll definitely have some good giveaways for the first at least 10 in line.
Yeah.
So it may be more depending on what all we dig out, but it'll be at least the first 10. So
Woo. Bill says I should check everybody's IDs. That way they can get the correct book. You get an X on your hand if you're under 18.
that was when we went to the concert at the Canal Club.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm not going to drink, so like I don't need a wristband to show my ID. And they're going, well, we have to put an X. You know what? Here's my license. You're not putting an X. You're not putting a big X on my hand. So yeah, just go ahead. Here's this and put the tag.
All right, Megan, we're going to open at regular time. We'll be open at 11, but our artists and vendors usually start showing up around 9.
Right. The setup.
So usually by about 10:30, we've got just about everybody out there all set up.
Yeah.
And like I'm planning to get here early. We're gonna have dollar books and sets that I've been putting together out on the sidewalk. So that stuff will go out there before we open.
And somebody will be manning that. I don't know who.
Yeah, I don't know yet either. So anyway,
Tess will be bouncing you then.
Uh-huh.
Don't you taking no dollar book?
Yep. So yeah, we open at 11, but stuff will start happening an hour or so before that.
Yeah. Like most of the vendors will be usually they're all set up. And
Yeah.
people be coming in and out, but we don't really do anything until 11 to be fair. But you'll see the line because usually we have a line. So.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
Me too.
Me too.
Okay.
The excitement.
Yes.
Okay.
It's a lot, people. It really is. Like it's a fun day. We enjoy seeing everyone, but like for someone like myself, it's a lot.
It is a lot.
It is a lot. It takes a lot to shake babies and kiss hands all day.
Oh my god.
just saying. I people out.
Yep.
I like
Yeah.
people, but boy, do I people out.
Yeah.
I don't. My energy does not come from
Mm-mm.
being around a ton of people.
Yeah.
Uh-uh.
It comes around being around certain people, but not a ton. Like it's a lot for me.
I did have someone ask if it was pet friendly because they have a dog.
Yeah, I don't.
So that will probably help. You see
probably.
dogs.
Yeah, I see animals. Yeah, that helps me a lot. Yeah, yeah, I'm good. Yeah, just don't get up near Tess. May never see the dog again. Just saying.
Guys,
Just
I've been
warning you.
really good. Remember, I work in a doggy daycare now, and I haven't stolen a single one.
Wow.
I know. the
That's a
therapy
lot of
really
self
helped.
control.
Yeah, yeah.
Proud of you.
Oh.
You funded my recovery.
So anyway, yes, we hope to see everyone here on Saturday. We look forward to it. Come
Mhm.
hang out.
Mhm.
I'll be wandering around. I'll start where I usually start, which is giving out free books, but I probably won't make it there that long this year. I'll probably go around and talk to a whole bunch of people and everything like that. So if you hang around past the first hour, you'll probably see me wandering around and grab me.
Yeah.
And we'll chat and talk. And that will probably be the majority of my Saturday, because that's really what I'm looking forward to is
Mhm.
talking to everyone. So,
Yeah, same.
So that's
Mhm.
that'll be it. And I'm sure Jacqueline will be doing that, and I'm sure Tess will go over and help hand out free books, and so we'll keep that going. But I'll probably wander around after the first hour, after that first full little wave.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, yep. So come see us, and then we will be back next Tuesday. As we try to sleep through this show, still recovering from Free Comic Book Day.
It does take a few days to not be exhausted.
Yeah, I'm just on Sundays. I usually go sit in a corner in a closet, in a very
so
dark
true for that.
closet, and just in a fetal position, just shaking all day.
You're so true
I
for
have
that.
worked, I think, every Sunday after a Free Comic Book Day since I started working here.
Huh.
So
Oh,
I know
your life's hard.
it is so hard.
All right, everybody, we appreciate it. Thanks for joining us tonight. We'll see you again next week. Take it easy. Bye.